After dropping Miriam, Felix and Stuart off to catch their plane, we were about to start our journey onwards. Small world alert, the guys on this boat here have met Esperance before. They are friends with the old owners and they messaged him to say that they were anchored next to Esperance. He told us and Hugh went over to say hi. Not for too long though, as it was time for us to leave. We got to see all the things that we had visited on land from a different perspective. The lighthouse, that sometimes has 12-metre waves crashing over it, thankfully not today. The house that was inspired by the Isle of Wight. The free outdoor zoo. We saw new things too, like this rock in the shape of a lion or a sphinx. Not so much from this angle though.
It's a little like robin-sized brown, maybe tan, yellowy tan. Actually came on the boat, seen him a couple of times, and the last time he was here, he just actually, like, tiny little thing, quite big, he landed on my tummy. Anyway, we just put a bit of bread and some water up for him, because we're still a few miles away from land. It might be quite hot, it's 30 degrees.
We loved this little bird. I called him Jeffrey, and we watched him for hours. We were over a mile from land, and he couldn't seem to get the courage to leave. He wasn't interested in the bread or the water, but eventually he did fly away. We were on our way to Ribadesella. It was a long passage and we arrived in the dark. We had to wait for high tide to be able to navigate this narrow entrance, and we eventually tied up at 11 p.m. We heard music coming from the shore. The girls were asleep, but Hugh took Eric to investigate.
Is crazy. It's midnight and everyone's just come out. And like, we're having restaurants and kids everywhere. There seems to be a live festival going on. Another band's just sound checking. Accordions and trombones. It's going to be fun, this. It's yeah, it's like 16 degrees. It's midnight, and it could just be 4 in the afternoon. This will be 4 in the afternoon on a Sunday afternoon in England. Can you hear the music? So we arrived in Ribadesella, I think that's how you pronounce it, at about 11:45, and I heard some music, maybe half 11. Anyway, we heard some music playing, and Eric came up because he was still awake and went, I can hear the music, and it sounded wicked. It was like folky pipes, but rocky going. And we were like, me and Eric said, okay, well, let's just go. We walked around the corner, about a 10-minute walk around the corner. But it stopped, didn't it? So we said, we got halfway there and went, oh, should we turn around and go back? So we thought we'd missed it. But this is Spain. So that was apparently only like the warm-up or something. And we got around the corner and we got here and there was a massive festival going on, wasn't there? And like it's a big cider festival of Ribadesella, and there was lovely people and they're all pouring cider in funny ways and people wearing traditional outfits. And me and Eric had a hamburger and some chips, and this lady gave us a fiesta like it was a pie thing. It was a bit like a pasty. It was delicious.
I reckon they make like this big one and cut it into squares, because you could get an edge one or like a
yeah, it did. It
one
looked like a strudel, didn't it? But like meat inside. Oh, it was so good. And we just had, like, the band was amazing, and it's so nice to see some live music. It was like accordion, sax, trombone, percussion, drums, and the singer was like, he was like our friend Stein from England. It was just loud and exciting and energetic, but Spanish. The only thing I understood was muchas gracias at the end. Apart from that, it was brilliant. Anyway, the point is, like, we sometimes wonder what we're doing, and then you come and discover a moment like this. And me and Eric have said, I mean, this is his first like night out of the town. It's gone 1 o'clock. He's having a great time. But having said that, there were a lot of other kids around. It's Spain, right? Anyway, so the point is, this is what we're here for. Sometimes we feel a bit separated from life back home in England and all our friends, but then we also get to have these amazing experiences, don't we? We just stumbled into a town and found Spanish culture in its like truest, most modern and cool and exciting, but also just community thing. It was really cool.
That's
really exciting.
It's still open.
Yeah.
And they're like,
it was like midnight and everyone was just sat out like ordering their mains. Crazy.
The next day, we woke up to find ourselves moored next to yet another lovely Danish family. On Instagram, you can find them as sailing_Fionia. Mum, dad and 2 kids who loved Rubik's Cubes and board games, so our kids and theirs got on really well. They had some cool boat accessories. The kids played together whilst we caught up on some laundry, and then we all went off to explore, after doing the recycling, of course. Recycling. We were only here for a few days, but we absolutely loved it. The town is beautiful. The streets are beautiful, there's a beautiful beach and more beautiful buildings.
We've come for a walk to the beach, but we're actually getting a free museum. But you click on the QCR code, whatever it's called, it takes you to a little guided tour of the house.
Very cool. Oh, look at Hugh longing for the chandlery to be open.
Wow! Cormorant! I'm going to go to the cormorant.
The next day was spent in the sea. I remember being a kid and visiting my grandparents in Southsea in England. Wave jumping was mine and my brother's favourite thing to do. My 6-year-old self would love these waves. We bought the kids a bodyboard, and they got the hang of it quite quickly.
Flower, sun, mummy, me, and the rim.
A great feature of Spain, there are loads of showers at the side of the beach to get the salt off you when you are done. And plenty of ice cream shops. These ice creams are all thanks to Angela, Bill and Lou and the Anderson clan. If you'd like to buy us an ice cream, you can do so on Ko-fi by clicking the link here or in the video's description. Our last day in Ribadesella, and we went for a walk. This golden shell marks part of the Camino de Santiago, I think that's how you say it, or the Way of St. James. It's an ancient pilgrimage trail originating in medieval times. It's made up of a vast network of roads and paths, and pilgrims travel to arrive at the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela. Legend has it that the remains of the apostle St. James the Great are buried there. The most popular Camino de Santiago route is 500 miles long, and it takes you through Spain, France and Portugal. People come from all over the world to walk this pilgrimage each year. Part of the route runs through Ribadesella, so we went to have a look.
Ribadesella feels a bit like, you know, like how Pampol felt.
This place is really geared up for self-guided tours. There's lots of QR codes telling you lots of interesting facts. We really enjoyed looking at these murals.
That's the last one.
I love these camouflage trees. No one calls them that, obviously, and I don't know what they are called because I haven't actually found out. But I don't really want to find out, as they will always be Spanish camouflage trees to me. Sometimes the only way is up. That's what Yaz said, and it's great advice, as the higher you get, the better the view. This is probably my favourite view ever.
Now? 11:30.
Lizard! It's just beautiful here. Imagine living there. You would spend all your day stood at the window, or most likely the magic would just be lost to over-familiarity. Back down in the town, and we had our first taster of a chino shop. Everywhere we've been in Spain has chino stores, sometimes chino superstores. It's a real mixture of cheap things, some of it a bit tat, it's fair to say. The children have spent most of their pocket money in these shops over the last few weeks. This here was where the pop-up festival was that Hugh and Eric attended when they first arrived.
You were stood on that bench there, the van was over there, and the food and bar was over there by the post box. Is it the yellow post box?
And then back to the boat. It was time to leave. Engine checks done, fenders in, navigate back through the narrow channel. Past the beach and off. By Ribadesella, 5 stars, recommended.